All right, what's going on, Conscious? What's your favorite breakdown commentator? Told you we was going to be right back, baby. Shout out to the encore. We on that back to back. Before we get into it, please go ahead and run the likes all the way up. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you thumbs up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. And because you guys have been showing me the motherfucking love, especially through the cash donations, honey, to get into these live streams, then I've been providing y'all the live streams. Okay, y'all know that I'm more so in my pre-recorded bag because it's easier to do that type of a content. It's quick to do that type of a content, but baby, y'all be needing y'all a whole piece of the king. So long as y'all keep running that coin, we'll keep running the light and love feature. Okay, so you can always donate to the platform at $Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/Consciouztv. All donation information is in the description box below, as well as all my other social media handles, and is always scrolling from right to left and red and white at the bottom of this here live screen. Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you and Fat Laser Links. Let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, you gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what is going on, Conscious Carol? Happy hump day. We're not going to be here for a long time, only for a good time. And I've been sitting here minding my business and y'all's too, and came across some things that I want to get into. And one of the first things I guess we can open up with, because I have more to say about the next story than I do this story, is R&B legend Brandy. Miss, I ain't even gonna front, I ain't even gonna lie, and when you put up in the room, look like I one of those guys. Yes, honey, shout out to Full Moon, baby. That is still one of my favorite pop R&B albums, baby. I don't know which foot Brandy was using, baby, when she was pooching through and standing 10 toes in the studio, girl. I don't know which foot it was, but Brandy was using her good foot, girl, her dominant foot. Okay, when she was recording, girl, the Full Moon album, girl, that album is something of another. And there has never been anything like it. I have three favorite, like my top three favorite R&B albums. That is Mariah Carey's Emancipation of Mimi, which I feel like was just, it was just like an album of all number ones, girl. Mariah Carey had got up out of the psychiatric ward, girl, and had them found Jesus again, baby, and was pushing through with Emancipation of Mimi. Brandy's Full Moon, and then, of course, my favorite R&B singer, vocalist, songwriter, dancer, completely underrated. She should be a fucking icon. And even though the world don't necessarily recognize her as one, and probably better even though she even exists, love her down. And she's my icon, Miss Shanice. Shanice's debut album, girl, if you need you like a classic late 90s, early 2000s R&B with just like clean, powerful vocals, real jazzy up timbos, and like love songs that really, really, really love song, bitch. Y'all got to get into Shanice's debut album. My God. my God, today, baby, I've been on Shawnee's neck since When I Close My Eyes. When I Close My Eyes came out, what, 1999, 1998? I remember seeing a girl, the video to hype it back. I was sitting in front of the box TV, waiting on Cedar's World to come on so I can just get out, so they can spin the video, baby. Shawnee's shut When I Close My Eyes. Not only did she sing that motherfucking song off the goddamn bone, bitch, she sung the sheen off of Babyface's Hair Girl for When I Close My Eyes. But she performed the hell out of that song. Both music video and the live performance, baby. I know all of the song language choreography, baby. I ain't never seen the baby. Shawnee's is just a whole movement, girl. Just it's sad, it's devastating that you have these examples of some of the most incredibly talented human beings to ever grace the motherfucking planet. And because they didn't have the machine behind them, and, you know, there's so much bullshit that comes with getting to the top with your talent, that so many incredibly, almost grossly talented people just never really got what they deserve. While there are some really raggedy, mediocre ass, heavily manufactured, man-made ass, Play-Doh, Barbie put together ass, overproduced ass motherfucker sitting at the goddamn top, who wouldn't be nothing without their AA batteries. And you got genuinely artistic, creative, talented people sitting at the bottom of the fish aquarium, baby. That's why I always tell creators, I don't care what your art is, whether your art is media, whether your art is dance, whether your art is song, clothes, writing, speaking, whatever it is that you do, do not think low of your gift just because it doesn't translate into commercial success, because commercial success is an entirely separate thing from talent. Some of the most talented people in the world are singing karaoke instead of being signed to a major record label, or are on a choir singing their ass off at the local Philly church down the street, instead of selling millions of gospel records. Some of the most talented people, baby, are struggling motherfucking artists, singing their little songs and playing their goddamn banjo outside the pub, baby. Okay? So goddamn gifted, so filled with creativity that they just got to get that shit up out of themselves. Even if it's going and singing in the back alley, even if it's singing in the goddamn sub train station, just boiling over with creativity. You cannot think low of your gift because you are not commercially successful. And commercial success is not an indication of talent. It might be an indication of you selling your ass and you doing some strange things for a 360 deal, and you letting somebody putting their fingers in their hands where they shouldn't be doing an audition, and you compromising your morals and values in some capacity. Or, you know, you got those exceptions of people who just luck up, etc., but it don't be having shit to do with talent. Matter of fact, you will find most talent agents, talent scouts will tell you that the industry, we talk about the industry is probably 20% talent, 80% marketing and man-made. You can make somebody appear talented. You can perform talent. Okay? There's genuine creativity and talent, and then there's the man-made shit. Okay? Just like an actor can perform emotions, an actor can perform empathy, can perform distress, can perform surprise. Yeah, a good chunk. This is why y'all be sitting around seeing shit like, how does bitch get famous? Why is this whole famous? Why is this raggedy ass shit here successful? Why are they spending this shit here on the radio? Yeah, baby, payola, capitalism, all that shit is all of that shit, yeah. But speaking of all of that, I don't know how the hell we spun off there. Brandy, back to R&B legend motherfucking Brandy. Brandy has fans deeply, deeply, deeply concerned after she was honored in her hometown of Macomb, Mississippi, okay, which is a major career milestone. That should have been the main story. Instead, though, social media has shifted its focus to Brandy's appearance, with many fans expressing concern and wondering if she's okay after recent photos and videos from the ceremony have circulated online. And these are the images, baby, that have Miss Brandy going viral right now. Okay? So fans are concerned with what's going on with Brandy. I'm going to show you some more images here. You guys thumbs up, share, 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 share. Okay, show you some more images. Well, some reactions now. Somebody said she's been touring a lot. I'm pretty sure it's just stress and a bad wig. Another person says it's the photo doctored. My God. Someone else says she's got that Ariana Grande I sold my soul look. Wow. Someone else asks, is Brandy okay? Has she lost a lot of weight or something? Someone else says, that's my family's hometown. Somebody else says, still sings better than y'all's phonies combined. Let's get into some of the commenters underneath the actual post on IG. Okay, somebody else is making an argument that she's been nonstop touring since the Boys Mind tour. What happens when you're constantly working on the go and don't have time to eat? Someone else said it's the wig. People are saying leave her alone, leave her alone. Somebody said it's those curtain baby hairs. Other people are praying for her. Somebody said that they were more concerned about the banana pants than anything else. Someone else says she's suffering from guilt. One word, Whitney. My God. Someone else is cursing everybody that's speaking negativity over Brandy. Someone else says it's because Clive Davis passed and she still ain't tell us what that note said. Someone else says this is so unacceptable. Mind y'all damn business. I would take this post down as well. Y'all are weird as F. Question is, are y'all okay? Someone else says her stylist felt her. Bad photo angles. All right, so here's the reality. I think it's a combination of all of those things. Brandy has always been a very slender person. She's never been some video vixen. She's never been some voluptuous woman. She's always, been on the athletic, slender side. 100 pounds soaking wet. She is older now. As you get older and you're already a naturally slender person and have a high metabolism, sometimes it can age you, because obviously if you're already slender and then your metabolism is spiking and you're older, therefore you're eating less, you don't have as much of an appetite, obviously this can cause you to look even slimmer than what you already do. People have brought in the touring. She's also working heavily. She's doing rehearsals. She's, on the road, and she's dancing. It's hot as hell. She definitely burning all the damn calories, okay? You also have the fact that Brandy is an older woman now. She's in what? Brandy's in, it's 11/11. God bless. I'm blessed. I've been seeing synchronicities all year, baby. in alignment. God bless. Hold on. Let me do my 11:11 prayer. Amen. All right. Had to do my 11:11 prayer, child. Let me see how old. How old is Brandy? Because I ain't even going to front. I ain't even going to lie. And when you put up in the club. Okay, she's 47 years old. So Brandy is hitting 50, bitch. Okay, so she's older, you know. And so, you know, you can see, you know, it look like, you know, she's aging as gracefully as she can. Then on top of that, so on top of the touring, she's working nonstop. She's already naturally slender. She's older, which means that her appetite probably is even smaller, and she's definitely shucking and jiving and doing boom cats on stage. So she's burning her fair share of calories. It's hot as motherfucking hell. All these things, you know, is probably helping her to stay pretty slender. Because being a regular performance artist is like pretty much having a lifestyle of working out constantly, because that's what walking back and forth and running and sliding and doing choreography and 8 counts every goddamn day and 4 and 5 times a goddamn week. Oh, that's cardio, girl. Then she's older. So whatever that's going to do to her appearance, girl, she's going to have her fair share of wrinkles, etc., all of that. But this is also something that to add to the variables of why these particular images look the way they are. It could very well be a mixture of the makeup, a mixture of the lighting, and a mixture of the camera. A lot of these cameras have aged a lot of people. A lot of people look better in person than they do in photos now, because the pictures themselves, these cameras are shooting in 3 and 4 motherfucking K. They pick up on every line, every decimal, every pore, every crease. She's got on makeup, so wherever her natural frown lines are is going to be emphasized. If she's in motion, if she's speaking, then you got a high definition ass motherfucking camera capturing all of that. On top of having the makeup, on top of that, the color of the wig ain't doing her no justice. The ginger, and the baby hairs and the low forehead ratio is all of that. It's not Ozempic, because Brandy would not need Ozempic. Unless Brandy is diabetic. She could be diabetic. She could be on some type of, you know, an insulin like Ozempic or Mounjaro, which are for diabetics. So I don't know if Brandy is a diabetic. Maybe she is a diabetic. She could be on an Ozempic. She definitely wouldn't need to be on Ozempic superficially, though, because she's naturally a slender woman. She's, you know, never struggled with her weight like some of her peers, such as maybe Oprah, you know, who has had fluctuations in her weight and finally admitted that Weight Watchers ain't been watching her do a goddamn thing but shoot up the motherfucking pen, bitch. Okay? To lose that fupa. My God. So I don't think there's anything really worth hooting and hollering over here. I think it's just really a bad picture. I think it's a strong ass camera, and I don't think the wig is complimentary, and I think between the makeup and the camera, you know, just she's probably appears more aged than what she is. However, she is a 47-year-old woman. So, you know, keep that in mind. If Brandy is dealing with anything, if she is having any health complications, if there is anything at all that is going on beyond a bad wig, a strong ass camera, and a bunch of creasing in her makeup as she speaks and smiles, etc. God bless her. People are bringing up Chad Boswick from the Black Panthers, who you guys know his appearance had changed drastically after Black Panthers, my God, my God, today, Black Panthers, girl. People was kind of chewing on him. Come to find out, he was dealing with some health complications as well, and he ultimately lost his life to his health complications. So hopefully Brandy's not having any health complications. And once again, she's just aging. It's just makeup. It's just a strong ass camera child. But we're going to send her light and love. Being concerned for someone ain't never made them better. So it really ain't no point in being damn concerned. Just wish her well. And if Brandy want to talk to y'all about anything that's going on with her health, she will. Until she does, I'm just going to say bad camera, bad makeup, bad wig, on top of somebody who's already super slender, who also is hitting 50 years of age. So she actually looks exactly how she's supposed to look. As far as I'm concerned, this is how a classic almost 50-year-old would be looking. I know that we're used to living in this age where everybody's Botoxed up and everybody got the fillers and everybody got the poreless skin and everything else. And by everybody, I'm talking about me, bitch. Okay? But this is how a naturally aging, almost 50-year-old woman would be looking, okay? It don't mean that her ass is on death row. It don't mean that she's on her deathbed. It don't mean that she dies. She gonna be gone by Wednesday, all right? So, light and love to Miss sitting up in my damn room, okay? Now, let's get into Zeus, child. Zeus going on. Now, y'all know I got a complicated relationship with Zeus, girl. They are trash. All right. How India Ari feel about spin, that is how I feel about Zeus. And now that's TV and all these other people. Now, because I'm a realist, I'll watch it anyway, despite talking all that shit. But I'm responsible because at least I don't promote it. I don't promote Zeus. I don't promote Now That's TV. I don't promote it. I don't do no reviews for their shows or nothing and all of that, okay? It be my guilty, personal, adult pleasure. So I have been keeping up with this season of Bad Boys. I don't know if y'all been watching Bad Boys, Dominican Republican, the Dominican Republic child. They done brought, and they're now merging the Now That's TV girls and boys with the Zeus girls and boys. So you got, Big Ivory over on Zeus. You got Diamond Body over on Zeus. You got Chirac. You got, all of the girls over on Zeus from Now. Over on Zeus from Now That's TV. Same thing is happening with the guys. You have Now That's TV alumni Landon and Poodie, the dynamic gay duo girl from Now That's TV over on this season of Bad Boys. And baby, this cast has been showing they holy ass. Now, what had happened in the season is that Banga showed up, Big Banga bitch, who was on season 2 of Bad Boys. Banga is a whole character. I love Banga down. He is hilarious and so high energy. And, he came in hot and ready. He had some beats he needed to settle, from some of the internet gangster shit that had been popping off before he arrived at the house and arrived in the DR. And he also had a good friend in the house. I forgot the bit lit nigga's name, but he been getting his ass tore up all season long, and he was kind of like on an island by himself. So, seeing Banga come into the house was kind of like, okay, bitch, I got a partner in crime now. So him and Banga kind of came in like ready for the smoke, like, because Banga also needed to run one with Island Boy. I don't know if you guys remember who Island Boy is. Island Boy was the winning contestant on Bobby Light's Per dating show and everything. He off the chain, funny, a fighter. He doing the most. He beat the hell out of another Bobby Lights per contestant at the Bad Boys reunion. Girl picked up a Alabama picnic chair, bitch, and got the cracking niggas all upside the head, girl, doing the most. So, Banga was really coming for that smoke. But when the other guy that's teamed up with Banga, with the big lip, when both him and Banga entered the house, Poodie had got up to attack the big lip nigga. But because Banga didn't know who the hell Poodie was coming after, and he also had his homeboys back, Banga assumed that Poodie was coming to strike him because they came into the house literally like shoulder to shoulder. So once Poodie got within swinging distance, Banga swung and literally unhinged Poodie's jaw. I'm talking about, bitch, knocked it out of socket. I'm talking about the next scene you saw of Poodie, bitch. He was holding a towel to his face, blood pouring from his face, and his jaw had been pushed in from one side and was poking out of the other girl. He gave that man a pep smear in his mouth. All right, so Poodie ended up in the hospital, you know, having to get whatever reconstructive, this, that, and the third. May or may not be coming back to the house. You know, the injury is a dramatic injury. Long story short, of course, Poodie was going to need that. Because since Poodie's time on TV, you know, him and Landon are known as, you know, heavy hitters when it comes to fighting and all of that. So this was a major ego death for Landon and for Poodie. And neither one of them ever got fucked up this bad. Banga actually was sending all the niggas to the hospital. Every nigga that fought Banga was hospitalized. Banga had every nigga that was on him, girl, hospitalized and had laid them ninjas down. My God. So, obviously, the rest of the season is still playing out. But they just filmed the reunion. Poodie and Landon have been waiting for the reunion, particularly for Banga. During the season that hasn't finished yet, Landon and Poodie been having conversations about the way that they gonna get their lit back, that they gonna do Banga in real bad. They gonna need that for sure. So apparently during the filming, and this is the first Bad Boys reunion out of the 3 seasons they've had, finally there will be a reunion. Apparently, a lot of people got their ass whooped, and more motherfuckers was going to the hospital. And apparently Banga was one of those people who apparently got fucked up because Landon sneaked him and cracked him with a fucking chair. And whatever this altercation was with this chair, because we haven't seen it yet, was so bad that it done triggered up one of the damn Zeus Network's producers, girl, who ain't fucking with it at all. Now, mind you, you got to know that an injury is motherfucking bad or some shit was bad. If a Zeus Network producer is calling themselves finally drawing the line, baby, out of all the violent calamity that is Zeus Network, for one of the producers, girl, to be like, girl, this is where we draw the line. I am now even more eager to see what the hell is going on with Banga. And Poodie and Landon been trolling Banga since whatever the fuck happened at the reunion. They've been like, yeah, bitch, because usually you be loud, live, and in color, hooting and hollering, showing your face and showing that ain't nobody ran you that and you don't need PC and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, bitch, go live and show your face. 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 Ironically, Banga refuses, baby, to go live and show his motherfucking face. But he has been posting stories to his IG. He hasn't really been talking about the reunion per se. So I don't know whether, girl, he incubated in a goddamn special victims unit. You know, at the hospital or something, girl. I don't know whether he plugged up the ventilators or what the tea is, girl, but he definitely ain't been live. But let's get into what the producer had to say, and then we're going to get into Landon responding to the producer, because apparently Landon has experienced a pretty dramatic hand injury, girl. His finger bone is disconnected or something, child. The injuries this season been crazy. Like, crazy. I'm talking about at this point, bitch, like, I hope Zeus is cutting $1 million checks, bitch, because for y'all to be getting fucked up like this, the check's gonna have to be $1 million. $1 million. I ain't talking about no 300,000 for a season. Ain't gonna be no 150K, bitch. Clear me $1 million, girl, because the way the medical bills and the medical debt and the Medicaid and the Obamacare had to be set up, girl, is wild. All right. So this is what the Zeus producer Kiana had to say. She sounds off after Bad Boys DR reunion. She says, here's another rule. No weapons. How about that? Don't respect it where I come from. You pick up a weapon, you won't get a chance to pick up another one if I get away. That's intentional. The F, square up, I take the L. Don't play. People die, people lose their lives, go to prison over one moment, one choice, one reaction, one viral moment. You want for TV, maybe your last. Is it worth it? I'm going to keep it 100. Over half of them won't be back. I promise you that. Hashtag Bad Boys DR reunion. Here's my rule. The jumping and the tagging. I will never in life respect. Y'all know who y'all are. Unless my friend ain't winning, then I might help. But just expect that if you jump me, then I jump you later and we go get you. But after that, it's up. Bets off. Whoever started, I'll finish it. I'm from the 8 Mile West Side, Detroit. If you call me out to fight one-on-one, let's go. I will never duck a fade. If I think I'm going to lose, never have. I will square up with you and fight and keep fighting until I get my win. I'll never have to sneak. That's weak as fuck. And then I think it repeats here. Okay, she says this, bro, for real. The headgear was killing me all night. So apparently people, girl, came with their helmets on. And could you blame them? Could you blame them, bitch, for coming in with bulletproof vests and helmets on? Because once again, the way that the injuries are set up, girl, you would think that these niggas is the Avengers, girl, going against Thanos and the boys. The way the injuries are set up. So I don't even blame them, girl, that they came on with protective gear. Because who you playing with? I have so much to say, but I know that they're going to tell me to take my video down, so I'm going to hurry and release it in pieces, and y'all make the blogs pick it up real quick. She says, okay, listen, this season, more than any other show, I've never gotten along with the cast as much as I have with these bad boys. 90% of them were always respectful and easy to work with than any other show. That says a lot. All of them are I pretty much get along with and genuinely like and love for real. We don't have to move forward with the great new show and a lot of new cast members. We will be reviewing our just da. Okay, so you know she was on some girl. Y'all weak, y'all coochie, y'all pussy, y'all using weapons. I don't respect it. Y'all jumping, toe tagging, etc. Y'all know who it is. I don't respect it. Most of their asses won't be back. After she had just loved all of them throughout the entire season. Well, apparently Landon responded, and this is what Landon had to say. Because a hit dog is going to do what every time, baby? Gonna motherfucking holler. Hold on, y'all. Instagram taking forever. Y'all run the likes all the way up.
And they really fuck with Banga. They like him. That's their prodigy. That's their charity case. They do a lot for him. they trying to build him up from the ground and make him into something. So they really took it personal that I did what I did to him. They took it very personal, and it showed. But I don't give a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck when it was Poodie. Oh well, his shit is split, so pay for his medical bills. He'll be okay. It's a war room, baby. I'll be attacked on the internet. It's a war room, babe. Show your face. Yeah. And y'all.
Okay. And apparently this is an injury from Mr. Landon. Landon is currently in the hospital suffering from a hand fracture that he got during Bad Boys reunion. My God. Jesus, baby. The bone has snapped. Landon is reportedly recovering in the hospital after suffering a hand fracture during the Bad Boys reunion. The injury appears to have happened amid the reunion chaos, and photos shared show both the fracture and swelling on his hand, wishing Landon a speedy recovery. Okay, so let me get into the hypocrisy of this particular producer, who probably would have been better shutting the fuck up, because I'm triggered. I found it interesting that what is her name? Kiana is now all of a sudden hardboard press. All of a sudden now she's on her high horse, and there's all these fighting rules. First and foremost, bitch, fighting is fighting. Fighting is fighting is fighting. Y'all created a dangerous ass, low vibrational, toxic, poisonous ass, downtrodden ass network, fueled literally off of motherfucking violence. And then when your favorite get popped, all of a sudden now, there need to be rules of engagement. Now, here's the thing. She's saying she respects the one-on-ones and the no use of weapons. I respect it too, because Banga broke Poodie's jaw with his fist. Landon used a fucking chair, a folding chair, to crack Banga with. I get it. However, where was this energy when Island Boy was beating the fuck out of old boy with the locks outside of the Bad Boys audition? Island Boy from Bobby Likes Purr, who's also on this season of Bad Boys, used an entire chair to crack old boy with multiple times. And yet Island Boy was rewarded and casted for this season. So where was this smoke when it comes to weapons? If all of a sudden now 90% of them ain't going to be back, and definitely people who used weapons instead of using their hands. Half of the girls on this season of Baddies, Chapter 2, have been using weapons, aka mace. They've been macing the girls down. They've been spraying mace on their knuckles. You had Sukiyana, who came in and popped Gretchen with a sock filled with rocks and shit, bust Gretchen all up in her shit, tore her out of the frame. Gretchen is back on the season after she took a bite out of crime on Jayla ass. Jayla ass took a bite out of crime on Big Lex ass. So, motherfuckers been biting. Motherfuckers been putting rocks in socks. Motherfuckers been using chairs long before Landon cracked Banga. Hoes been using mace. Tommy Lee came in and used a whole fucking BB gun and shot hoes all up. Put motherfucking impressions in Big Girl and Tinker. and Rolly. Where was this outrage from Kiana then? Why have all these other people who biting, shooting, Mason, have been allowed? Girls that had their chest beat in with the heels off of a bitch's red bottom, them been cracked in their chest, had to get stitched the fuck. Where was all this outrage from Kiana? Acting like Landon was the first person in Zeus history to use something outside of his hands to defend himself with is wild. And then all of a sudden changing the rules when you ain't cared about no other motherfucker's safety, no other motherfucker's autonomy and well-being, when other motherfuckers done came back, done had their checks amplified, done been on for season after season after season. After using everything but their damn hands, you done had people who done brought people from the outside in. Brought their family in, their cousins in, their sisters in. Bitches done been beat with strollers, spare tires, used head gaskets. And all of a sudden now, we draw the line. We draw the line now. All of a sudden now, she don't respect it. My God. Talk about hypocrisy and favoritism. And look, I like Banga, but this ain't about liking Banga. This is about principle. And you're either gonna keep it a buck across the board, or you gonna penalize and demote people fairly across the board, including your faves when they're out of order. But you cannot have this much perpetual violence, this much perpetual disregard for the rules of the show by employing weapons and then use one person to one person only as an example. And have done nothing about all these other people who did the very same thing, if not even fucking worse. And let me tell you what's funny about this. Because I hope somebody send this to Kiana. Send this to any of the motherfucking producers. Natalie, Lemmy, whomever. Y'all wouldn't even be in this predicament right now. Because let me tell you something, baby. Somebody ass gonna end up dead. She talking about all it takes is one motherfucking time. Yeah, bitch. And it don't take using no weapon for there to be one motherfucking time. What if Banga would have hit Poodie's temple rather than his jaw? Acting like, oh, the fighting in and of itself is not and does not have the potential to be fatal when it does. Motherfuckers done passed out. Look, on the next episode of Bad Boys, says, kicks another bad boy. He roundhouse kicks him, and it looked like he knocks the nigga out. The nigga drops like a pasta noodle. The nigga powers down, girl, goes offline. And she talking about all it takes is one time. Yeah, one blow, one punch, one kick, one fall a certain way. And it's a shame that it's going to take that for Zeus to come crumbling down. It ain't going to be the SA allegations. It ain't going to be the XEX trafficking claims. It ain't going to be the emotional abuse and all of that. It's going to be the fact that somebody ass is going to fucking die on this show. Somebody's going to die. And everybody ass is going to be out of a check, and everybody ass is going to be out of a job. Zeus wouldn't even have this problem if they actually produced an actual fucking show worth watching, because all Zeus is a glorified ass Fight Club. That's all it is. And people already been getting tired of the redundancy. They already been getting tired of the secular shit. Is predictable now. All it is now a matter of, okay, who gonna lose, who gonna win this time. There's no substance. There's no real storylines. We don't even know what the hell the beats are at this motherfucking point. And I really hate how both, now that's TV, Zeus Network, and all the other variations of networks like these are using just the most like low-hanging fruit to produce as entertainment. Because in this instance, this ain't really entertainment. Not when people really in the hospital, not when people got real blood coming from their bodies, not when people got real jaw misalignments, not when people got real brain and skull injuries, not when people got real black eyes. I'm telling you right now, bitch, it's going to be an infomercial in 20 years that says, girl, if you have been an employee or a reality TV star for Zeus, later on we can probably get you compensated. We can probably get you compensated because there is, most of these motherfucking people, the guys and the girls of Zeus, are going to have CTE. Most of their motherfucking asses are going to have CTE. In 5 or 10 years. It ain't no way in hell, baby. You can get knocked all up and down upside your cranium like this consistently, baby, and you ain't gonna be drooling out of the mouth and wearing a propeller hat in 2 years. Y'all gonna be like, girl, what happened to Summer? What happened to Ivory? Them girl, what happened to Landon? Why they drooling like this? Why they got slurred speech? Why they in the old folks? Why they in a care facility? Because all this ass kicking and ass whooping is going to catch up to all their asses just like it do the kickboxers and boxers, baby. They're going to have the same injuries that a lot of them football players and shit end up having after their careers, girl. Why not produce an actual show? Why? Like the original theme of Bad Girls, yes, they had their fair share of drama. You had your fair share of squabbles. But it was like a mixture of the real world too. You know, people were going through stuff in their real life. They were going through breakups. They were going through missing their families. They, you know, had kids. They had a life that you got to see. You know, the girls also just didn't sit around and throw toasters at each other, bitch. You went to the beach. You went shopping. You attempted to really bond with, you know, the people you were with. You don't get none of that from baddies or none of that from bad boys, girl. It is literally just fight. And Lemmy zigzag body ass will literally tell the girls that basically, bitch, if y'all don't get with the program, girl, I'm bringing in a whole nother squad of folk in here who thirsty enough and low self-esteem enough to do what the hell y'all won't do. So that's why I don't even be mad that Biggie ass is over it. They be so mad at Biggie ass because Biggie be over there trying to look cute in her fits and her curly wigs and her 13x6 frontals. And girl, I just want to perform. I just want to rehearse Natalie. I want to rehearse. Girl, they be trying to get Biggie in it so bad. They be trying to get Biggie to be with the shits and to get a busted lip and a black eye so bad. And all Biggie want to do, baby, is use the platform for her music and use the platform for her brand and, you know, be cute and cuddly and fly. And I ain't even mad at it. Because it's like, girl, at some point, Are y'all just going to pivot these shows? It's like y'all like y'all don't get bored yourself, bitch. Like the editors don't get bored, the producers don't get bored of ducking of having to damn find a table to duck up under all season long, and or spending half their time up in the damn ER making sure that a bitch don't die. So they ain't got to be no wrongful death claims against the damn network. And I can only imagine, given the level of damn violence that is Zeus Network, what these contracts look like. Girl, I know these contracts got to be ironclad. Because Zeus Network already know. They already know, girl, that if the contracts are not ironclad, bitch, that they could have civil suits out of the ass. I would give a pinky toe to see what a Zeus Network contract looks like, girl, what the red writing looks like, what them clauses look like. Because I know that Zeus Network's HR department, girl, is thicker than grits, bitch. I know they got that shit sealed up because it's way too much liability. And with the potential for this much liability out of a network, people can potentially die. People can potentially be permanently motherfucking injured. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to be signing something equivalent to like what you sign when you go skydiving or bungee jumping, girl. Girl, if you lose your motherfucking life, essentially, bitch, that's on you. Do you check? Yes, yes. But it is hypocritical. And I hate that Banga got fucked up. I hate that Landon snuck him. I hate that Landon used a motherfucking chair. Because Banga already, had to spend a lot of time recovering from being shot up. Like, Banga got rods and shit in him because he survived being gunned down. When he came on Bad Boys, he had rods in him. Bullet fractures and shit inside of him. And I know that Landon and Poodie got to get their lit back, and this is a fight show, etc. And on principle, on G code, I wish, that if y'all niggas feel like y'all really them boys, it shouldn't have been no reason y'all should have had to sneak him or crack him with a motherfucking chair. Because honestly, Banga isn't even really that good of a goddamn fighter. Honestly, he really lucked up when he connected with Poodie's jaw. I really feel like Landon and Banga on a one-on-one or Poodie and Banga on a one-on-one really is an even fight. I really feel like it could go either way. Like, if somebody was to be like, girl, Landon and Poodie about to square up, who you got on it? As far as I'm concerned, 50-50. Same thing with Landon and Banga, 50-50. But given Poodie's injury, I know Poodie and Landon felt like, girl, we gotta be just as devastating, girl. We gotta do something just as devastating. And the gag about it is that like these girls have to return back to the real world when they're done doing all of this heinous shit to each other. And so not only is it a potential for shit to get real bad during filming, shit can get real bad after filming. These guys see each other at clubs. They see each other in spaces and bookings together. They link up. And the shit on Zeus is getting really bad. The bloodshed is getting worse. The injuries are getting worse. People are going to even more dramatic extremes to hurt each other. They're blinding each other. They're macing each other. They're beating each other with socks and rocks and socks. The saxophones are getting louder and louder and louder, Zeus. literally getting louder. And I do not understand how Natalie nor Mr. Plummer can't see where this is inevitably headed. And I can't believe that both of them are such self-centered ass, self-aggrandizing ass narcissists that they refuse to change the dynamics of their show because they have right now a winning formula that's going to turn into a goddamn criminal investigation and a lawsuit that is the size of something that's going to put their whole asses out of motherfucking business. And when it happens, mark my words, they're going to be sick from it because essentially all this shit could have been prevented. I think that these contestants and these reality stars are selling themselves short. I would not be enduring none of this motherfucking shit for a few $100,000 motherfucking dollars, bitch. And ain't no 6-figure salary over here. The fuck you talking about, bitch? Y'all cutting me $1 million check and up. Bitch, I could potentially die during filming, girl. You're gonna be cutting me $1 million check. The fuck you talking about? Natalie and Mr. Plummer can run their ass around the world several times, girl, and do this for a living without ever having to be booked by anything else, and sitting back and collecting check off of everybody else's blood and everybody else's motherfucking injuries. And yeah, bitch, I'll be doing the motherfucking same, bitch. You're gonna make me rich doing this shit. Rich in one round. Rich in one clearing of the check. My God. So I just wanted to come and say that, girl, Kiana could have kept this to herself. She sounds like a motherfucking hypocrite. If a lot of motherfuckers won't be back, Island Boy should have never been there from the beginning. Because, baby, he Alabama chaired the fuck out of another fucking contestant. Yeah, all the girls on baddies who using Mason shit should be gone. You should have had this outrage for Sukiana as well. You should have had this outrage for motherfucking Gretchen as well. None of that. It's bullshit. Okay? But hey, if this is going to be the beginning of some much needed change, then good. Change gotta start some motherfucking where. If Banga ass had to be a sacrificial lamb, then so be it. But I hope that, yeah, this is not isolated outrage and that they're going to make some clean, necessary, long overdue ass changes to Miss fucking Zeus, baby. Because if they don't, they gonna F8 and FO. Just like that. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I gave y'all enough content for today, child. Take your ass to sleep. Leave me alone. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow, girl. Be checking for the video tab. Be checking for the reels, the shorts. Y'all better follow me on motherfucking Instagram, girl. I'll be producing content over there, and the bitch be going viral and everything. So follow me on Instagram at Consciouztv as well. Share. Thumbs up. If you enjoyed the motherfucking show, y'all already know what you can do. All donation information and social media handles are in the description box below. I will see you all later. Peace.